Hi guys. So today we're going to do a little bit of binary math. I probably should have wrote that down first. Um, what we're going to do is we're going to convert a decimal number, which of course is always working with a base 10, which is a common ordinary number. So if we take like 20 for instance, and we add 20 to plus 20 or something like that, remember they're all base 10 because that's the simple math that we use on a daily basis. It's just the base 10 math. And 20 plus 20 in base 10, of course, is 40 base 10. Now, I'm not going to show you how to do, um, in fact, that's actually not binary math that we're going to do. We're actually going to do binary conversion is what I should have said in this video. We're going to convert our simple binary, or our simple base 10 number into a binary number. Now, by doing that, we're understanding like what that number is represented in computer language. So, as you can see off to the side, I have my binary number chart that I showed you in the last video how to make. And that'll come actually in really helpful here pretty soon. But what I want to start out with is I want to take like a number, we're going to take 11 for instance, okay? We don't need any more of this though, I'm just going to cross it out for us. So 11 base 10, and we're going to convert that to binary. Now, there's other ways to do this, but I'm going to show you the simple way that I learned how to do it, and it's pretty simple. And if you catch on to kind of like the little trick I've got going on here, you'll catch it, and you'll really go with it. But anyway, so how we're going to start is we're going to write it down as an 11, and we're going to do something very similar to like long-handed division, if you will. And we're going to go over here and consult our binary number chart, and I'm going to bring it over just a little farther. And yeah, you'll see the octal, but don't worry about the octal because we're not using that. And what we want to do is we want to say what number will go into this according to our binary chart. Well, 16 is too large, so it'll never go into it. And you might be asking, like, well, can I start with 16? And the answer is, yeah, you'll have a 0 in the front if you did, but I wouldn't suggest it because the 0 is either going to be a placeholder or it's just going to waste your time doing more conversion. In some instances, you'll need it for a placeholder, but in this particular instance, we're not going to waste our time with having that placeholder there. So we're going to start with 8 is the first one that's divisible into the 11. So therefore, we know that 8's going to be the one that we need. And then what we're going to do is up here, because up here is going to be our binary number. Alright. And then this is our base 10 subtraction part, if you will. Because we know 8 goes into 11 one time, we're going to go ahead and put 1 up here. Now these binary numbers will always be a 1 or a 0. It'll never be a 2 or a 3 or any of that. Binary is simply a 1 or a 0. It's on or off. Very, very plain and simple as that. But anyway, back to our binary math or conversion here. Then what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the 8 or the 11. We're going to subtract 8 from 11. And of course our number comes out to being 3. But well, okay, yeah. So you go ahead and put your 3 up here. But here's the catch. So instead of being able to subtract, 8 or whatever we want, we have to go back to the number grid over here. And we used 8 for starters, but then the next number we're going to have to use is 4. So you could go ahead and write out 4, 2, 1 right here if that made you feel better. Or not, you can wait till you get there, but that's entirely up to you. So then we know that, well, then we're going to go ahead and go back to our deal here, because I'm going to go ahead and write it out. And I like to write it out because it's simpler, it's easier for me, or I just start to remember how to do it, and eventually it just kind of like you don't need to write it out. But at first, it's helpful to go ahead and write it out for you. Anyway, what you're going to do is 3 cannot be subtracted into 4, so therefore that's not a probable cause, or it's not a probable solution, if you will. So that's basically out. Then we're going to go ahead and move our 3 over again. And 3, yes, is a 2, can be subtracted from 3. So therefore, then you're left with a remainder of 1. And because it can be, so it's a yes, you go ahead and put your 1 up top. The last column, of course, is 1 minus 1, and yes, that's a probable answer. So therefore, it's a 1. So our answer for 11 in base 10 is equivalent or equal to 1011 base 2, or binary. There's your answer. And that's a very simple way to convert it. I'm going to go ahead and probably have some more videos on some examples of how to convert that a little more than just, quick deal for that. So anyway, thanks for watching.